Hello, I'm Avril Lehman, Director of the Whitewater Group, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about some recent research that we did. We decided to ask the question, if you were CEO for a day, what would you do? And it was fascinating because we didn't put any limits on it, and people actually asked for very basic things rather than asking for a raise or anything else. And those fell into what we call the 4 Fs. And the first thing that people really craved was fairness in talent management, in how you get ahead, knowing that the system was completely fair, that it was what you did, how you performed, that determined your success, rather than who you knew. And that was something that especially concerned women, because they often feel they can be out of that loop. So being judged on your talents and your achievements mattered a lot, fairness. The other thing that happily fell into an F word was freedom. And this was both men and women wanted freedom to be authentically themselves. The freedom to be brave, to speak up about things, to give feedback when they felt things weren't going right, rather than be afraid. But above all else, this freedom to play to your strengths and to know that those were appreciated in the organisation. Flexibility was the third F, and that was interesting because a number of years ago, this would just have been associated with women and the need for childcare arrangements. But in fact, it's much changed that both men and women want to be able to work flexibly. For a variety of reasons. Some of it may be about family commitments, but a lot of it is about preferred working practices. There is no need for many people to be a victim of presenteeism sat in that seat. They would rather work at the hours that suit them, and they want to be judged by their output, not their hours. So this, often called agile and in some places dynamic way of working, was really very important. The only problem in organisations that did offer flexibility is that people often felt concerned about asking for it, as they felt it might blow up their copybook, might look like they weren't fully committed, when in fact they wanted to be truly committed, but maybe on their terms. And the fourth F was about female friendly, which is another F really. And what was fascinating was that women saw a lot of things which they felt stopped organisations being female friendly, and all the nice men felt it had been sorted. Both genders wanted more women throughout the organisation, being better role models, allowing for diversity of thinking, and men thought the door was open and it was straightforward, and women were still seeing differences in the way that behaviours worked and in the way that values were upheld, and felt that there was really quite a long way to go, especially as there were so few role models for many of the women.
Hello, my name is François Moscovici from the Whitewater Group. When we looked at this research in a broader perspective, a couple of things emerged. The first one is that what women are asking for, these 4 Fs, is very similar to what younger respondents in the survey asked for. So Gen Y and women seem to have a converging interest. And that means that there is a large group of people who are forcing change from the inside. Organizations will have to reflect on that, obviously, but also think in terms of how they are organized. It is actually quite likely that the traditional hierarchy and pyramid is no longer suited to modern management. More on this later. Thank you.
So that's just a very rapid taster of our, as I say, our most recent research. And there's a much fuller document. If you'd like to read more, get in touch with us and we can send that out to you. Thank you.